Hello, welcome to Before the Bow. Today I have with me here two beautiful ladies, and they are going to share with us their experience as teenagers. I know most of the times people face challenges growing up. Sometimes it depends on your background, where you grew up from, sometimes to your school, sometimes the church. It has a whole lot of influences on us. So today I want these two beautiful ladies to tell you what they go through as teenagers living in the UK. So they are siblings and they will introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Sheila.
Hi, my name is Kezia.
Hi Sheila, hi Kezia, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So this is just an interaction. I want you to just feel free, have a chat with me, and we are good to go.
Yeah.
So Sheila, who is the eldest?
I'm
Sheila.
the eldest.
But it looks like
Yeah.
Kezia looks. And you are in which grade?
I'm in year 12.
Year 12. And Kezia?
Year 11.
Year 11.
Yeah.
Wow. That means the age, yeah, a bit close.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, growing up as siblings, what have you seen in each other that entices you or that makes you feel like you're happy being siblings or you're not happy being siblings? Do you have that challenge?
Yeah, we have that challenge. Do you want to go first?
I see the reason why I'm happy to have a sister is because of the advice that she gives me. Like most of the time, say if I'm going through certain situations, she'll give me advice and speak to me about it. And yeah.
I think the good thing about...
Is she not the stubborn one? A stubborn little sister?
Yeah.
Well, she's getting
Yeah.
advice from you, but I'm sure you will see her to be a stubborn.
I think the best thing for me about having a sibling is that you can talk to them when you need someone to talk to. You're not just there by yourself, like lonely. So
Okay, so that means you find it so easy to confide in Kezia, your little sister,
yeah.
talking about your personal life.
Yes, I do.
So you discuss about teenage challenges.
Yeah.
So being in school, how does it feel like
In school,
being a teenager in school?
being a
What are the
teenager,
challenges that you face?
it is very hard, and you can struggle a lot because you have to focus on your education. There's loads of different people you're going to meet there, and you don't know what
to expect.
what to expect in this.
You don't know what to expect from them, but they have their behavior and you also have your behavior. Do they have influence on you? Most of at times, do they have influence on you?
In school, because you're there most of the time, something that your friends do, you can also pick up, but you have to try and make sure to pick up the good things and not the bad things, and you have to also try and make sure that you're not around a bad crowd, otherwise you're gonna end up being like that.
So talking about the good things and the bad things, may I ask you a personal question? Do you have a boyfriend?
No,
How old are you?
17.
17. So in this country, it looks like people start dating as early as
13, 14.
13.
Sometimes even 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have friends who already have boyfriends?
Yeah.
And you think you don't have any influence? They don't influence you in any way?
No, because it's kind of negative most of the time. If you have a relationship at a young age, then all you hear is the negatives and not the positives. So not really.
What are some of the negatives?
Like some of my friends, they may lose their work or their dignity because they thought as if a boy had basically maybe ruined their life in a certain way. So they don't want to they find it hard to be who they really are because they feel like they have to impress their boyfriend in order to fit in, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So they need to impress their boyfriend in order to fit in.
Yeah.
So what about you? Don't you need to impress your friends in order to fit in? Not having a boyfriend, how does it feel?
in society, like in the society in the UK, it makes you feel like, oh, at a young age you should have a boyfriend and do all these things, but like you have to realize that you don't need to be doing what the society tells you to do. You have to just be yourself, and when you're older, when it's time, then you'll find the right person. But right now, when you don't have like all the things you need to be in a proper relationship, there's no point of you being in it.
So what are the things that you need to have before you can be in a relationship?
I think that you need to have like a lot of, you need to understand, you need to know yourself before you get into a relationship. Like you need to fix yourself before you allow someone else to get with you. Like, and I also think you need to like have more understanding and knowledge about how relationships should be like. And also you have to mature as a person, because if you're not mature enough, you will, like if you get into a relationship, you wouldn't really know how to handle when, if something goes wrong, you wouldn't really know how to handle it. And yeah.
But sometimes I hear you need to go through that training to know how it feels like to be in a relationship. So if you don't start being in a relationship now, how would you be able to cope? What is the age that you think you want to be in a relationship?
When I'm an adult, 19 plus.
19
plus.
and currently you are
17.
So it's like you have 2 years. So if you don't prepare to know how to be in a relationship, when you get to 19, are you not going to be deceived?
No, because I think that you need to also be stable when you're in a relationship, because if you allow someone to get in your life and you're not stable already, when they leave you, or if anything happens, then it's gonna be hard for you to get back to where you are. So you need to make sure that you've done everything, you've done all your school things that you want to do, you got your job, you got everything you want to do. So if anything happens,
So at the age of 19, will you have a job?
Yeah.
So what time do you complete university?
It depends on what courses you do.
Okay.
Roughly at least 20 something.
At 23, I think.
So by the age of 19, you'll be working to take care of yourself. But what is the reason of entering into a relationship? If you're working, because back home in Africa, like let's say Ghana, you are Ghanaian, so most of the times people enter into a relationship because they want their boyfriends to take care of them.
Security and stuff.
Yeah, so if you want to be working, what is the essence of having a boyfriend? Or you have a different reason of being in a relationship?
For me, for me personally, I would want to just like be stable by myself and have everything for myself before I get to a relationship. And what I'll be looking for in a relationship is also to when I'm older, to spend my whole life with that person when I'm older.
So you are 100% sure that when you get yourself involved in a relationship, that person will be your lifetime partner?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to just go from loads of different people.
So, Kezia, do you have that in mind that when you're 19 you start being in a relationship, or maybe you want to be further or earlier?
I feel like 19 is the right age to start a relationship. Yeah.
Why?
Because 19, you're out of school and you have seen stuff, like you have seen a lot of stuff, and I think you have more experience, not experience, but you're more mature now in order to get into a relationship. So I think, 19, because you're a more mature person.
So in the beginning of the conversation, you were talking about you are able to have, you're able to confide in Kezia and to discuss your issues. So in the moment you get yourself involved in a relationship, who is going to guide you or take you through so that you know that you are on the right path? Do you have that kind of confidence to approach your parents when it comes to maybe relationships, or when you have challenges in school? Can you talk to your parents, maybe your dad or your mom?
It depends what it is about. Sometimes you're able to talk to your parents because they're able to give you maybe Christian advice, or they've been through stuff as well, because as a child they've been through secondary school like they were once teenagers as well. So yes, I think that you can go to your parents for advice, but it's about like certain stuff you can't, certain stuff you can, because we live in a different generation.
Certain stuffs like, what are some of the certain stuffs that you can't?
Maybe like about
sex. Maybe, or something like,
yeah, maybe say if a child is doing something that they're not supposed to do, or they have bad friends, I don't think they'll really want to go and tell their parents about that, because they feel like, or they not like, but they are basically they're experiencing like peer pressure, so they want to tell their parents, oh, mum, something's going on at school, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because they want to do it, if that makes sense. They're influenced to do it. But if it's something that they feel like, oh, this is not right, for example, doing drugs and stuff, so they might go and ask their mum or dad for advice, saying like, what does this do to you? How can I get myself out of this and stuff? So there's certain stuff that they can and can't. Yeah.
So growing up, what are the things that you have been taught from your home that guides you throughout your life, that can assist you?
One of the things I've been taught is to read the Bible and take the word in, because my mom taught me and my sister that in anything we should do, even if we can't come to her, we should read our Bible and pray to God, because God will show us an answer. In the Bible there's also things like different things that you can also learn from, and it has different stories in there that you can also like relate to in some of them, so you'll know what God will expect you to do, and
how to live life, like your daily life, and how to
So you don't need to necessarily go to them for all answers. You can find some in the Bible.
Yeah, because God like knows everything, so it's easier for you to go to God about it. Yeah.
So that means you go to church too on Sundays. So what are some of the activities that you do in church? So you know that in the UK, we have access to internet all the time, especially in our homes.
Yeah.
What are the things that you see on the internet that you think can have influence on your life as a teenager growing up?
There's loads of things on the internet because you're exposed to it. There's nothing that is hidden in the internet. So one of the things I think is relationships, and boys and girls just get into relationships at a young age, and showing like going to places and making everybody think that relationships are the best things.
Yeah, but hidden, like some people, like celebrities, they'll be taking pictures that their relationships are so good, but in real life, reality, they're not living like the best life in a relationship. Like
they're even depressed.
And also I feel like money is involved in social media so much. Like you see money all the time, like rich people, and you kind of want to live that life, but at the same time those people are not happy because you think they have everything, but they don't have everything. It's
very true.
Yeah.
Also on the internet, online, it makes you think that you need to do this, otherwise you're not cool, or you're not like
for you to fit in. So how do you feel when you see such things that you need to fit in, else you not be classified as one of them? How do you feel?
At first you would want to fit in, want to try and fit in because you feel like everyone's doing that, I want to do it. But at the same time, you have to know that some things, it's not you, so you have to just you can't be copying celebrities or influencers because they do that. You have to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
There's certain stuff that people say, I want to do, I want to be like her, I want to be like him, but at the same time you don't know what that certain person's going through. That person can be like so depressed, like anxiety, like a lot of stuff that they go through, but you still want to be like them because you see that they're happy when they're not really.
Don't you think even most relationships they pose for the camera?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be fighting, but they pose
That happens a lot because people don't really post bad things of themselves on social media. They post the best, like they want to make a good impression. They want to they'll post the best pictures of themselves. They won't post pictures that they don't really think that looks nice. They'll post things that make them look better. That's how I think.
So what motivates you to not be influenced by them? What makes you think you cannot? Because the more you watch something, naturally it will have an influence on you.
Yeah.
Do you think that? The more you watch it, it can have that influence.
Yeah.
So what motivates you to stay away from?
I think what motivates me to stay away is because I see the bad outcome, like what happens that is basically not positive in that certain situation. Like for example, say if I'm watching a couple on YouTube, they're in a relationship, I see, like I know deep down that relationship is not perfect, so that basically motivates me to stay away from that. And also, yeah.
Okay.
I think the same thing.
Same. Good. So apart from the internet, where other places do you think you get influenced? Because the main thing is relationship. You are young, you are very pretty, and I know you go even in church. There can be influences in the church. Don't you think some church members, maybe the guys in the church, would also want to, okay, we are Christians, we want to form a Christian relationship. Don't you get any challenge from there?
I think it's around our age, the youth, like the generation. There's a lot of like tension between this like generation that, oh, you have to do this, you have to be perfect, you have to get this a perfect boy, you have to have the perfect life and things like that. So I feel like loads of people in this generation wants to try and make victims look better and that.
Yeah.
So they pose from the outside that it is good. Meanwhile, it's not good.
Yeah. They like to hide themselves. Like they like to hide the bad things about
and
themselves.
put a smile on their face.
Yeah.
So do you also have the same challenge in church? Like maybe you meet somebody, like, can we form a Christian friendship? Or maybe friends. They will start with friendship. Can I be your friend?
Yeah.
Then the next moment,
More
be
than
hanging.
friends.
Have you had any experience?
I haven't really. Maybe on social media I've seen like people wanting to like be friends and stuff, but like maybe at church not really, because not really. But I've seen people go through it, maybe at school and stuff.
So have you been approached by anyone at all, like they want to go out with you or be in a relationship with you? Nobody? Or not at all? Sheila, I don't believe you. Kezia? No. Sheila? Sure?
Yeah.
Even with your classmates?
Yeah.
No one? So how would you know? Is there something Sheila's not telling me? Because before then she said she confides in you and she can have a chat with you. Are you sure she's telling me everything? No, if she can't say, maybe you have to say it for her. Tell me. Tell me who approached her and how did she feel about it?
Not like, maybe not one person, like not one like an individual person, but some people may like look at her but not really approach her like that, if that makes sense. And maybe admire her and stuff, but not really.
So you see them admiring you?
Yeah.
And what do you do? So you're so pretty. Thank you. Oh.
My grandma always told me that if someone calls you pretty, say, yeah, I know I have a mirror at home.
So you say that. So you tell them that. I know. Has somebody said that to you before?
No.
No. Okay. So now, finally, I want the truth. Okay. In case someone comes right now and tell you they want to have a relationship with you, what are you going to tell them at the moment? Maybe you'll be interested, because I'm sure there are some people that you have crush on. Have you had a crush on someone before?
Yeah.
Mm. So what was your experience?
With the,
Like having a crush on someone?
um,
Was it in your class? Maybe on the streets? Or you went out?
No, it was a celebrity.
A celebrity? Okay. So with a celebrity, you can't tell them.
Yeah.
But the people around you, you've not had any crush on anyone. So who was that celebrity?
It was a person called Moses. It was he's a London YouTube celebrity.
What's his name?
Moses.
Moses, okay. Kezia, have you? Yeah.
Yeah, celebrity too. Yeah.
So in case you start going out, what are the things that you have put in place that will make you not make mistakes when you start a relationship? Because already you've not had one before.
Yeah.
Don't you think you'll be too naive when you start a relationship? Have you started preparing yourself mentally, emotionally?
I think that you have to fix yourself before you let a man fix you, because say if you get into a relationship and you're, how do I say, you're not fully like healed from maybe your past relationship, or you're not really like, you don't like yourself, or like you're going through a mental downfall, I feel like you have to learn how to love yourself and fix yourself before you get into a relationship. Because say if that man leaves you and breaks you, then you're going to be even more broken than you were before.
So now with you, both of you, what are the preparations that you have made so far? Personally,
I think that
psychologically, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. You said when you're 19 you start working, at least you have your own. So when you enter into a relationship, what are the things that you think personally has equipped you or is going to equip you?
I think that you need to be emotionally and mentally stable, because you have to love yourself, you have to know who you are, especially because if you don't know who you are and you're bringing another person,
your value, you should know your value.
Your value.
So what are the qualities that you think you possess that you wouldn't want anybody to look down upon you? What do you think for you? Okay, I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm that. So you just tell me your values that you think you have that will make you stronger when you enter into a relationship, so that nobody will take advantage of the fact that you have not been in it before and now this is your first time. Because most of the times your first time is very dangerous. You become so naive, and if that person has already been in relationships before, they are going to use their experience to take advantage of you. So preparing yourself towards the age that you want to be in a relationship, what are you going to put in place that is going to guide you in case you meet someone maybe in the next 2 years or 3 years, you'll be able to face that person in that relationship?
I feel like you need to, I feel like I have
one. Let me help you with the first one. Loving yourself first. Self-love. So no matter what, you know that you love yourself. So if anybody is treating you in a way that is making you feel uncomfortable, let them know that you appreciate yourself. You want to be yourself. You cannot change yourself for them. So you love who you are and you go your way, not for them to change you. So at least this is the first one that I have given you. What else do you think you can prepare yourself towards the future in case you enter into a relationship?
Respecting myself more. Because I feel like if you don't respect yourself, then it'll be hard for someone else to respect you as a person. Like maybe the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you, like even little stuff like the way you walk, you have to like respect yourself. So someone can look at you and see, oh, she admires herself, she respects herself and even loves herself, so they can do the same to you.
Sheila?
I don't know the words, but I think that one of them should be boundaries, because if you don't have that, they won't really respect you, and they won't, because
Respect your space.
yeah, because they'll see you as easy to get, kind of.
Mhm.
So that's like one of the things.
And I think with the boundaries, sometimes they think they can call you at any time. They can get to you at any time. What are you doing? Hey, let's hang out. Or 1, 2, 3, then they are calling your phone. They don't want you to have time for your family, have time for yourself. So when you set that boundaries, they will know the level that they need to get and pause.
Yeah, that's
See?
true.
Kids are,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So at least self-love,
Yeah.
respect,
Yep.
boundaries, and what else?
I also think that you should know how to go around when how to say, like say they are acting a certain way. I think you have to know how to not deal with it, but you have to know how to not be too easy with them. Like you have to be a little
Too
bit
calm.
firm, because say
Know how to say no.
yeah, know how to say no, because some girls you see them like their man or their boyfriend, they're like disrespecting them, but they're really like easy, like they're really soft. But I think you have to know how to put your feet down and say no when you want to say no, not just go along with something that they tell you to do, or even like peer pressure. So yeah.
Nice. So finally, what advice do you have for people out there, maybe your peers in the UK, those in Ghana, or any part of the world? What advice do you have for them,
The advice that
being in your situation?
The advice that I will have is that you have to love yourself and know who you are, and you shouldn't rush things because of the society or social media, because you're gonna find your person later on, and you don't need, right now you need to focus on yourself and know who you are, because at our age we don't really know. Most of us don't know what we want to do in the future. We don't know what we want to work as. Like, we don't really know ourselves as much, so we need to just wait and be patient.
Nice.
I think that you shouldn't really change yourself for anyone. You have to be you, as Sheila said. Like, you have to know who you are as a person, and I don't think you have to like try your best to fit in, because God has set us apart. So you have to be who you were called to be, and not who your friend is. That you can't follow your friends because they're doing something that you want to do. And I also think that you have to know that not everybody will like you, not everybody is the same as you. So like, yeah, you have to be you, basically.
Be you. Even talking about the follow, we all have followers, or maybe we have people that we are following.
Yeah.
So we try to pick their maybe certain lifestyles. This is my role model, my mentor. I like this celebrity, and you begin to pick certain lifestyles from them. So maybe I think you pick the good ones that suits you as Christians, and the ones that doesn't, just stay away from.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you so much, Kezia.
Thank you.
This was fun, very interesting.
Yeah.
I know you've all heard what they've said, and it's going to help those who are now getting to be in a relationship, the steps that they have taken as teenagers living in the UK. So I'm sure you also learn something from it and make a decision for yourself also. I know I'm going to talk to you again. Yes, we'll come back because we have a whole lot of things to talk about. Yes, so we'll come back again. But until then, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.
Bye.